Hi, what's up guys, how's it going? So, Days Gone, one of Sony's upcoming new exclusive open world games that I personally believe hasn't been receiving the respect and belief for greatness that it deserves. I've heard countless YouTubers and news sites brush it off as just another zombie survival game or another Last of Us with zombies. Now me, I don't believe this one bit because I personally believe this game will be fantastic in more ways than just one, from the story to the visuals and to the gameplay. So, let's get into it. First of all guys, let me just start off by saying, when have you ever seen so many enemies come after you at once in an open world game? The freaker horde that was shown to us in the gameplay reveal trailer was absolutely incredible. Trying to escape from the horde was so dynamic as there were so many different optional routes as the player to take, meaning the world isn't just there to look pretty and is totally interactive. The horde was getting mowed down by our main protagonist and yet still kept on coming. I don't know about you guys, but if I find myself in the same situation in a more confined area within the world and say it was nighttime as well, this could potentially get me on the edge of my seat and get my heart racing a little, bringing that survivor horror element into the game, kind of like Dying Light when being chased by the volatile. Going back to the interactive world for a moment, in the gameplay trailer we see we can scavenge a part from a car to use as a silencer for a gun. We can lift and move certain objects and machines to open and close different paths, as well as set traps, and the developer also stated we can make bombs from airbags found in vehicles and turn disposable electronics into proximity mines and other traps as well. With this just being a glimpse of the many gameplay opportunities we may encounter, this is another reason to why we should be excited for this game. Moving on, let's get into the story of the game. So, we get a glimpse of the history of Deacon, our main protagonist, in the first announcement trailer we got from Sony. And for me personally, it showed me that Deacon was living in a world where he knew who he was, where he belonged, and that he had a passion for the open road since he was a biker. He had already met the love of his life until everything he had known and loved was taken away from him after the pandemic hit. And I feel like the story of this game will be Deacon trying to find his new place in this new world instead of being a hero trying to save it. He will forge new relationships, explore the unknown, experience fear as well as hope, clinging on to the only things he has left in the world, which is his bike and the open road. A developer did also state in an interview that it will be a human story, and to be honest I believe that is exactly what we are going to get, with all the perks of having an open world, incredibly dynamic gameplay, taking a twist on a new zombie-like game. Next up, let's talk about the freakers. As far as we know, there are going to be several different types, and the two we are currently aware of are number 1 the horde and number 2 the newts, who are going to be freakers that were infected during adolescence and will have cool unique differences such as hiding away and only attacking you when you are vulnerable or when they have the advantage, kind of like Obi-Wan with the higher ground. But what this tells us is there isn't going to be just one basic zombie-like enemy in the game. There will be several different types and they will all be different, also have reasoning for being different as well, as the developer also stated that the way someone was infected as well as when makes a difference to what type of freaker they will become. And what I'm hoping to see guys within the game is a group of humans that are infected but still have their minds but are still dangerous story wise because their infection is still contagious. A cool note to know is the fact that if you observe freakers from a distance, you will notice they have certain behavioural patterns and have a need to survive, since they are not technically dead and are just feral in a sense. They will also attack each other, which I think is pretty cool and realistic, since in most other zombie like movies and games it's like they don't even notice each other. And with World War Z being my favourite zombie movie, I believe this game is going to be its equivalent on the game inside. Now let's talk about the new exciting way we will get to travel the world, which is, you guessed it guys, Deacon's motorbike, which will be like our noble steed within the world that will have the ability to carry our supplies, so basically being our portable inventory space. And since it is not a disposable vehicle, there will be many cool upgrades we will be able to add to it throughout the game. Also, thinking about it, a motorbike does make sense since maneuverability throughout the world will be key, especially with a horde chasing us and the fact that we will be going off-road, facing different terrains within the game such as dense forests, desert-like areas, deep rocky caves to explore, which gives me the sense the game may look like Horizon Zero Dawn with all the different environment types. So guys, this is just some of the cool information we currently have for Days Gone. I feel like this is enough to get myself super excited, and I hope it does the same for you as well, since I believe there is so much more to come from this game that we will most likely see at E3. I also believe this game will be similar to Dying Light but taken to a whole new level of storytelling, gameplay and world building. So this is why I'm excited for Days Gone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, stay tuned for future content, and I thank you guys for watching.
I remember you, but those days are gone. Now I'm a drifter, a bounty hunter, mercenary. And for me, the broken road is all that's left.